Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Networkforyou. We welcome you all to our CCNP series. If you remember, we are discussing the OSPF. As per our student request, I am going for basic also. So don't worry, we will do some basic concept for OSPF, then we will do the advanced also. As we have OSPF in our CCNP as well as CCNA level. So it is better, this is very important protocol, so try to understand each and everything. So in today's class, just we are going to discuss what are the advantage and disadvantage of OSPF. After that, we will discuss a small thing wildcard, because in OSPF we are using wildcards. So many students are confused, they are asking about wildcard. So it is better to give some small video on wildcard mass also. So let me write here. See, first of all, advantage and disadvantage of OSPF. So let me write here. If you want, you can take the notes, you can watch this video and copy in your notebook. So advantage of OSPF, in your own words also you can define. I will write some few points here, so you can copy these points also. First point, we can say OSPF is open standard. OSPF is open standard means we can run in any router. So let me write here open standard. Here, this is the advantage. First is advantage. And the second advantage, no hop count limit. If you remember, in RIP we need to we cannot use more than 15 router. If we have more than 15 router, we cannot configure. But here unlimited router. So I will write no hop count, and we can write here as a unlimited router. So I will write no limit. No limit. You can connect unlimited router, but as per Cisco, 40 to 50 is good to connect in one region, one area. Okay. So these are the two advantage. Let me write one more. Loop free. Okay. It will not create the loop in the network. We can say loop free. And some more points we can add, like faster conversion. Faster conversion means if any link is going down or coming up, it is updating very fast. If you configure also, it will take some time, but it is compared to other routing protocol, it is a fast conversion. So these are the advantage. Now let's look for disadvantage. Everything whatever we are doing, it is having advantage as well as disadvantage. So now we are going to check the disadvantage of the OSPF. Okay. So what are the disadvantage? First point I will write here, consume more CPU. You can say consume, because this routing protocol is calculating the route automatically, so it will utilize the CPU. So we can say it consume more CPU resources. In your own words you can reproduce. I am saying the more CPU resources, you can say more CPU, consume more CPU. Okay. And support only equal cost balancing. If you remember, in OSPF it is supporting only equal cost balancing. Let me write here. But whereas if you do EIGRP, it is supporting equal as well as unequal cost balancing. Okay, so let me write only equal cost balancing. Okay, so what is the meaning of this one? Anyhow, we are going to do the lab for this one also. So there we are going to verify. It will do load balancing, only equal cost load balancing. Here I will write. Okay. So when we see, you will have more idea, but now just remember disadvantages. It is doing only equal cost load balancing, whereas EIGRP is supporting equal as well as unequal load balancing. Okay. And what we can say, summarization. If you remember, anyhow we are going to do the summarization. Still we did not started that one. Now you can remember summarization only done in OSPF, summarization only done in ASBR and ABR router. We are going to discuss, no worry, even if you don't know what is ABR, autonomous boundary router. If you are having confusion also, no need to worry. We are going to discuss area border router. If you see, ABR is nothing but area border router. This one autonomous system, where this one, as I am saying, autonomous system boundary router. See here, this is autonomous system boundary router. This is area border router. So ABR, area border router. ASBR, autonomous system boundary router. So these both are different. Example, if in simple words, what we can say, like if RIP is connecting to OSPF, the router which is using in between them, that is known as ASBR, means different routing protocol, joining different routing protocol. The router which is used to join the different routing protocol, it is known as ASBR, and the router which is used to join the two area from the area 1 to area 0. If we are using area 1 and area 0, if one router is connecting area 1 to area 0, that one is known as ABR, that is area border router. It connect one or more area to backbone area. Anyhow, if you don't know what is backbone area, we are going to discuss. Maybe in next video we are going to discuss what is area 0 and what is backbone area, what is internal router, what is ABR, ASBR, and what is area border router. All this we are going to discuss. But now just remember, advantage is OSPF is open standard, no hop count limit, it is unlimited, we can connect. But Cisco recommend 40 to 50 router we can connect in one region, that is one area, but you can connect unlimited, no problem, loop free, fast conversion. Disadvantage, it will utilize more CPU and only equal cost load balancing it will done in the OSPF, and summarization only done in the ASBR, ABR and ASBR only. Whereas in EIGRP we can do in load balancing in summarization in different router. In EIGRP we can do summarization in all the router, but in OSPF we can do only on the ASBR router or ABR router. Okay, so these two are the advantage and disadvantage. Now let's discuss the wildcard mask, because many guys are confused what is wildcard mask. So we will have some small points here. Wildcard mask, this is same, you have the subnet mask, opposite of the subnet mask is called as wildcard mask. If you watch our CCNA series, we already explained there, you will have the more idea. But anyhow, I will write here some points so you will have the idea. Wildcard mask we are using when we are doing the ACL as well as when we are configuring the OSPF. Okay, so it is better if you know what is wildcard mask. In simple words, we can say wildcard mask is a opposite of subnet mask. Okay, wildcard mask is a opposite of subnet mask. So what in science we are writing like this, if you remember, 1 by subnet mask. Okay, so just remember wildcard mask is the opposite of subnet mask. Example, if you have, this is a subnet mask. Okay, let me give you one example. Subnet mask, and this is a 255.255.255.0. so what is a wildcard mask? Then I will write wildcard mask as a, okay, let me write here, it is a 0.0.0.255. okay, and example, if you have like this 255.245.2 something, then you will confuse how we can oppose it. So for these types of issue, easily just remember, we need to subtract the wildcard. If you want to get the wildcard mask, let me write here wildcard mask, global subnet mask minus given subnet mask. Okay, let me clean and write. See here, when you want to calculate the wildcard mask, okay, when you want to calculate the wildcard mask, how you will calculate? You need to write the global subnet mask, okay, and after that minus the subnet mask of the given IP subnet mask. Example, if I give you this is the subnet mask, I will give you here subnet mask is 192 not this one, 255.255.0.0. calculate the wildcard mask. In simple way you can write directly, but if we want to calculate from this formula, we need to write global subnet mask. What is global subnet mask? Global subnet mask is nothing but 4 times we need to write 255.255.255.255. This is a global subnet mask. You need to subtract and then you need to write whatever subnet mask that is given to you, like this way. Okay, and after that we will subtract. So this will be 0, this will be 0. So we write 0.0.255.255. So this is a wildcard mask. Okay, wildcard mask. If you have confusion, write in the chat box or in the comments. We are going to make one more video to about explaining about this one. Okay, so this is simple only. Just remember, wildcard mask is nothing but global subnet mask minus given subnet mask, and global subnet mask is nothing but 4 times 255.255.255.255, and whatever subnet mask they give, subtract from there, you will get the answer. That it will be the wildcard mask. Okay, so with this one we have the basic. In our next class we are going to discuss the area like what is ABR, ASBR, about this one. Then we are going to start the some one lab for the ABR, ASBR. After that, summarization and other topics. Okay, thank you, bye.